Greetings, YouTube. I have a confession to make. It's not really a first-time confession. If you've watched my channel, you probably have heard me mention it before, especially after Kabam live streams. I've got a little bromance going with Kabam Jax. The guy was a breath of fresh air on the forums from day one, but when I see him interact and say he loves puns, and say he loves dad jokes, and he likes to hijack things like PowerPoint presentations, and I just feel like we'd be best friends in another life. And yet now, he probably looks at me like I'm some noob enemy because I could potentially be critical of the company he works for, that he obviously wants to be successful, so he keeps his job. And if I was him, I'd want the same thing. So Kabam Jax, if you're watching this for some reason, man, you seem like a real cool guy. Keep up the good work. And with that being said, we have these bundles, right? We have these limited time. This is old school Kabam. It's like they removed the clock back to 2021. And look, 6-star Vision was 15,000 units when he first came out, but that's when 6 stars were like 7 stars. Rank 1 to rank 2 and rank 2 to rank 3 bundles are not what they used to be. These are priced like they're rank 4 bundles, but with rank 1 and rank 2 values. What I always say is, and I've said this for years, without any confirmation, it's a supply and demand thing. If you want to change the economy of the game, you have to vote with your wallet. And for the record, the only deal that I'd be tempted at all to vote for with my wallet in a positive direction would be this Potion Revive bundle, though I certainly wouldn't buy 5 out of 5. I'd probably buy 1. But I have a first world problem now where I have maxed out level 3s and level 2s for the first time in a long time. And so they're just going to go to my overflow, and if I don't use them, I'll lose them. So that's why I'm not buying that. Kabam Jax did make a comment, though. Not directly to me, but directly in terms of what I've talked about for 5 years on this channel. And I feel seen because he finally said the loud part out loud, at least in written form. The _1140 says, does Kabam understand the game economy? Kabam know that most people won't buy this deal unless it's about 60 units. Now, 60 units, I don't know where he gets that number from. And then they'll practically giving it to us. Not the best in terms of typos, but we'll continue. But they also know some people will, but no matter what, whales are going to buy everything as they might as well because they have so many units, and I don't really think many of them value them that much. Another weird way to phrase it. Some people do just love Thanos for whatever reason they have and will want to get him as high a rarity as they can in a guaranteed offer instead of the slight chance with gifting or banquet crystals. Now, part's very true. As they know all of these people will buy it almost 100% of the time, they might as well put a price on that offer, which makes them a really high profit. And then there is that he's a trophy champ too, which increases the amount of people who buy him just because he's Thanos. I also do agree that they probably do want to get as many units out of players as they can at the moment just to make the July 4th sales even more tempting. Well, of course. This is nothing new. We have seen this for years. They're going to make unit offers, usually pretty terrible unit offers, that have special trophy champs like the Vision offer right before July 4th weekend sales. Or in this case, July 4th week sales. And of course, Grounded Wisdom comes in and says, I don't believe the OP stated that, neither did I. Eventually, though, you will scroll down and see my man Kabam Jax, the guardian, Canada, of the forums. Spritz. Cool down in this thread, please. Keep you opinions on the game. Kabam Jax, we do need to talk about how you could use an editor every once in a while, but can't we all? Not each other. This deal may not appeal to you, and that's fine. Now, deal may not appeal. Sounds like a good start to a rap. Or you might want this trophy champ. That's fine, too. Now, this is not the part that concerns me for the sake of this video. It's the next part. In terms of Kabam hearing the player base, we are astutely aware of what summoners think of most aspects of our game. However, internal data, aka purchase reports, will always speak louder than words in the forum. The team is constantly monitoring response in this way. In short, if no one is buying, we conclude summoners were not a fan. If you don't like the offer, ignoring it gives the team the data they need. Exactly. Bingo. Touchdown. Goal. Whatever you want to say. That's what we've wanted to see Kabam say. I mean, it's obvious, but it's still nice they're saying it out loud. The quiet part out loud, at least. Not every offer is for every summoner. That's true, too. And I do say that. And sometimes I'll give an offer a grade of a negative Buzz Lightyear, a negative Infinity and Beyond, and guess what? Somebody will comment and be like, I think it's great. I bought it. And I'll think, cool. Good for you. Again, this is not a Marvel Contest of Champions cult. It's a Marvel Contest of Champions channel. I am simply one perspective. Sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I'm wrong. Usually it's somewhere in between. Usually it's both. There's an aspect, two things can be true at the same time. I talk to my students about that all the time. People don't like to see it because they want to see everything as black and white. They don't like the gray, but life is about the gray. Kabam Jacks. Bromance, man. It's real. It might be one-sided. That's okay. Still got to give you props. Thank you for saying the quiet part out loud.